So welcome to Demon Souls Relay LP Part 4, where Gavin appears to be swatting a fly or something. What were you doing there?
Mentally preparing for the journey ahead. Patch is
Okay,
just
fair
judging
enough.
me. Patch is judging me, but he's a cunt, so who cares?
Yeah, no, Patches is a dick. And you can see why he's a dick in our Patches video.
So, this is the Tower of Latria. Fuck the Tower of Latria.
Yeah, it's not nice.
One thing I will call out right now is my shield. I have a fancy new shield which I got from in Exploring World 2, 2.2.
Yeah, which will be its own video.
Done yet. Yes. But this shield has the same physical defense as the normal kite shield, but increased magic defense because it's a dark heater shield. It's a heater shield, which is just a standard shield, up the dark upgraded path, which is shield exclusive. It boosts magic defense,
Which is lovely in this area.
and this
For
is why
obvious
you desperately
reasons.
need it.
I'm curious,
These-
do you show
yeah.
their attack?
I get hit by it at least once. I'm
Do
pretty
you?
sure.
Right, okay, because if you didn't, I do later on.
I'm pretty sure I get hit by it. But these are, I don't know, the Octo Guards.
I think I always called them squid men, but I'm a very unimaginative person, so.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna call them Octoguards. They cast magic, they use Soul Arrow, they use a special paralysis spell, and some audio wave burst thing that we will see again, I'm assuming.
Yeah, probably.
And it's all painful, it's all extremely painful. Magic does high damage.
Yeah, magic is very punishing in this game. Very useful as well. I mean, if your character happens to know it, it does a lot of damage for
It
you
does
as
a
well
lot
as
of
against
damage.
you.
Yeah, it does. It universally does and gives a lot of damage. There's someone over there.
I
Wonder what
wonder
that's
who
about.
it could be.
So yeah, I take this level admittedly very slowly, but for good reason. These guys are everywhere.
Believe me, I know.
Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah. Actually, do you know, I must
big
admit that
kiss.
didn't do as much damage as I thought it did. That did,
See,
though.
yeah, it did. And you see how fast they get that off.
Yeah, there's no, like, it is quite bad. Once you get hit by the first bit, there's no way to dodge that, really.
Unless you like start backing up immediately, but even then.
Even
they
then,
sort
I
of
think
wind it up.
most times I still get hit by it.
Yeah. So this is a level of pain.
Yeah, it's just filled with narrow walkways and a lot of ranged magic users.
Narrow walkways, not a lot of room to dodge. Fortunately, their soul arrows at least are very easily dodgeable,
True.
but the audio blasts and the paralyses aren't so. Remember this spot for later. These are prisoners. That might seem like a dick move, but you want to do that. They will. Basically, they don't attack you, but they always just crowd around you, make it awkward to move. You can't dodge through them.
I think I have a vague memory that I was watching someone play this and one of them did attack him once.
Some of them do have weapons and do attack.
Well,
but
like,
the little
he
ones
didn't
who
have
stand
weapons,
there-
he just kind of pushed him into the path of an attack.
Did he? All
Yeah.
I know is that I've had them like crowd around me and keep me from dodging before when I decided to spare them. So murder every day.
Yeah. Latria is also home to many annoying camera angles.
It is. It's a consequence of the tight quarters.
Yeah.
It's also a Doom level because you have to go to one end of the level, find a key, run back to the next end of the level, find a key, and just repeat ad nauseum.
Yeah, there's an awful lot of keys here. I mean, I got it to prison, but they did kind of go overboard a bit.
Makes John Carmack proud, I'm sure.
Just wait till we get like sci-fi souls and it'll all be key cards, and we'll just come full circle.
Please, help me.
I always really like his voice, which is good
Yeah.
because he never shuts up in this level. But
You can only hear him around specific points of the level, but
yeah, but every time you pass the trigger, it'll play it
yeah,
every time.
it's just across the specific floors. The good news is, now that we've opened this door, we never need to go back to any of those bits we were just in. Once you have all the doorways open, it's not a very long level, it just loops over itself a lot.
Yeah.
Once you have like the path cleared, you can just sprint from start to finish very quickly. This is me debating if I want in any of these cells to get stuff, and I was like, no.
No, I never open them anymore because it just lets the prisoners out, which just creates more
Mm.
problems.
This one I do go in because there's no prisoners in here. There's
Yeah.
just goodies. But yeah, there's a lot of cells where I just run past. Just fuck that.
The Iron Maidens are always quite gruesome to open.
Mm.
The sound effect and everything. And the fact that not everyone in the Iron Maidens is dead.
Fortunately, I managed to remember which ones
Yeah.
have people and which ones don't.
Yeah, sometimes you open them up and you get hit with a poison knife.
It's basically a question of how he was in there without
Oh.
getting shanked.
God knows. Very flexible. You monster.
Like, no man, I'd
Li-
take no prisoners.
Literally killing them while they're trapped in the room.
They know what they did. I was wondering what that was, but it was actually the guard outside getting stuck on something and breaking it.
Alright.
That's why I stopped and was like, is someone following me?
Yeah, no, I kind of wondered what it was as well.
I spared no one.
So, well, I mean, actually you missed 2 back there in the cell where you killed like 5, but
Spared
I'll
no one.
I'll not let you kill even more.
This is also another level where I've turned the brightness down on my end, so I can't see things very well, and I keep forgetting where if someone's gonna run out and shank me with a poison
Well,
knife
no,
or whatever.
Yeah, obviously you mean you've turned it down to the default.
Yes.
Yeah, so like rather than
I
obviously
will
turn it
admit
down
that I
further.
turn it back up later, and I think I forget to turn it off again.
Ah, that's,
Not in this video, but a later video.
that's fine. It's not the end of the world.
To be honest, given the level I'm in, it probably doesn't actually make that much of a difference.
If it's the one I'm thinking of, probably not.
See, I'm waiting for this guy to come back.
Yeah, patience is well rewarded in this level. Well, most of this level.
The problem with my weapon of choice in this level is that if your weapon hits a wall, like too much of your weapon touches a wall during your swing, you just bounce straight off.
Yeah. I swapped to a new weapon later in this video, which I think is probably one of the biggest in the game. And it is so close to useless in so many areas because of that.
There are ways around it. I could use the R2 a lot because that's a vertical strike, but that's also much slower, and
Yeah.
as seen on the first guy I fought, leaves me open.
God, he destroyed a lot of shit out here.
He did. He was having difficulty. See, this is where I learned you can't roll through the paralysis
No,
spell.
there's no way to
You can't roll
negate
through
the
it.
effect.
You have to roll around it, dodge it.
No, that was lucky.
I know. Unfortunately, when they die, if they die before the spell actually triggers its impact, it doesn't do any damage. Yeah, this is not a fun level. The worst thing is, enchant weapon doesn't actually make that much of a difference. These guys resist magic,
Yeah.
so
I must admit, like it's quite cruel and it has problems with the camera and stuff, but I still quite like the level. It's like its atmosphere and stuff is very cool.
yes, it is. It's a rather unique level. Most of Demon Souls is compared to its successors. This is actually a bit of an important character for this level.
Yeah.
In a lower sense, anyway.
Well, it's important in the gameplay sense as well. It's the vendor.
The vendor is.
That's pretty
She's
useful.
pretty useful.
Although she must think you're quite rude.
I mean,
I've also never
fuck,
done
man.
that. She
What
looks kind of
happened to her?
horrifying.
Look at her face.
Look at her neck. It looks like she's been
You're
beheaded.
an ordinary human, aren't you? Where do you call home? Dear me, I shouldn't pry. Oh, perhaps you'd like
I
something
mean, I
from my
suppose
collection.
at least she has a
I've had
collection.
better days.
True.
I was once the wife of royalty, and I have some nice things to show for it.
Oh, this implies that she can subsist entirely on the souls of the living, so...
Well, like most things in this world, apparently.
Hmm. This is everything she sells. Some of it's nice, some of it's... This is a stupidly expensive ring.
Yeah. It's one of those ones that would eventually pay for itself, though.
Eventually, but that's not long, eventually. Get some more of this. I debated this because I was considering using this upgraded path, but I eventually
you.
decided against it. Just like,
Now
nah.
I can stay here for a little
Not
while.
not really worth it.
Now, the Moonlight path creates moon weapons, which have a magic damage. They scale off, I think they're just magic. Oh, you son of a bitch.
I mean, I couldn't resist, frankly. You really fucked it up. You set yourself back a good 3 minutes, which I've skipped everyone.
Yeah,
I didn't make
told
I
you.
didn't make everyone watch you crawling back to where you fucked it up.
But yeah, that's another problem with the brightness thing. I can't see like 2 feet in front of me in dark levels.
I think you
So
wanted
I
to
just-
get your eyes tested.
Well, it's probably my TV because
Well,
this
it's very
TV
possible, yeah.
does blacks a lot better than my old one.
So
So
that makes a worse joke. So
yeah. So one of them in here has a dude inside of it. Guess which?
I thought 2 of the ones in here. What do you know?
If you guess it was the one that was off being weird by itself, you're right. This is an interesting ring. It gives you more magic attack power, but makes you really vulnerable to it actually. To magic damage in turn, which means it's hell for this level.
Would certainly have its advantages, though.
In other levels, yes, where magic defense doesn't matter. Here, oh Jesus Christ. Alright, around here is a friend. As the message tells us.
This is going to look a bit familiar.
Hey, look who it is.
Oh, human are you?
I've always liked his
I am
voice.
Frick. I
The
have
voices
been
in this game
trapped
in
here
general are
for
amazing.
ages.
Yeah.
Perhaps you could help me get out of here. I am a sage.
See,
I
this
can
does
lend you
always
my
raise a
power
question
with
for me
you.
with the people you can't save in this
Oh,
game.
take heed
For the
of
most
those
part,
octopus
I always have to
darts.
ask how the hell they got caught in the first place.
They're far stupider than they let on.
Mm. I also have to wonder why they were captured at all, considering most things just seem out to kill you more than
Yeah.
steal you.
It doesn't really make an awful lot of sense.
Whatever, suits me.
But I,
We don't
I
actually-
think some of it comes from
Yeah.
being like before before everything went to shit and the fog appeared.
Mm. We won't actually be saving him this video as far as I know.
No, we will.
Right.
I had to think there.
Cause I'm pretty sure I did that later. So you only get the key for him at the very end of this level, and I just didn't bother myself to
Yeah.
run back.
It's very near the boss arena. You get the key to unlock his cell, which means you have to backtrack the entire level.
Mm. Well, not an entire level, but a good
Clo-
deal
close
of level.
enough.
Yeah. These guys have some like range on them as well.
Yeah.
They detect you a lot further out than most enemies do.
Although if you had the thief ring, that would probably help.
It would, but I want both my strength rings so I can. I don't actually need the ring of great strength really, but I like having it on anyway. Yeah,
Oh,
wide swords,
yeah.
pain.
That's a sight I'm used to seeing.
The R1 is fortunately pretty fast on this, especially if you get it cancelled halfway through.
So I see you accidentally activated a bloodstain there.
Of some poor git suffering a worse fate.
Yeah.
You are a sane one, aren't you? My name is Ridiel.
This is
Please.
an interesting
liberate
side
me from
quest
this
because
cell.
you can't actually save him unless you have
precious
pure
little
white
time.
world tendency in world.
I must
3-2 in
retrieve
the
an
next level.
article
Yeah.
from my
So the
corpse.
key spawns there in pure white world tendency. So
Although
he's
the-
gonna be stuck here.
The end of his kind of quest path is you finding his real world body.
I'm pretty sure you can find it actually long before that in a cell in this level actually.
It's just before the boss, but I don't think you can get to it yet.
Mm.
Kind of thing.
You can tell it's him though because it has his weapon next to him.
Yeah.
You can't pick it up. It's like broken, but it's lying on the ground next to him. These stairways are a bit of a pain in the arse too.
Yeah, the entire level here is very kind of maze-like.
Maze-like and claustrophobic, and it makes finding your way a bit hard sometimes.
Yeah.
Preparing for what comes around this corner. That's a light in the darkness. That's a soul arrow.
I remember the first time I tried to beat this thing.
This is a big pile of corpses, a big ball of
It
corpses,
just juts arms out and swings swords everywhere.
and somehow casts spells from a hole.
I got completely minced by that attack the first time I found this.
Yeah, the flailing sword attacks, it will just keep doing it without end unless you back too far away for it to trigger it. And I got lucky enough there to be able to roll away.
Yeah, you could have got locked into it.
Fortunately, enchant weapon, that thing no one has a very high physical defense because you know it's a big ball of bodies. Enchant weapon lets you just cut straight through it.
Fair enough. Even the ones trapped in jars, you are a monster.
What's the difference between the ones trapped in cells?
These ones have less space to move.
Gives a shit. Right, over there is a crystal lizard, and I want it. So let's see how well this goes.
Oh dear. I've been avoiding most of the crystal lizards because I haven't really been planning on upgrading anything that much.
Unfortunately, he detects me from a mile away.
Yeah, the crystal lizards are very sensitive.
Yeah.
You basically always have to get them with a bow in situations like that.
And he's gone. Oh yeah, just because it turned off a while ago. Enchant weapon sometimes it sticks a bit whenever it's turning off. I've had my sword as like turn bright red for a while before it fixes itself.
That actually sounds like it would look kind of cool. Frankly.
It does. It happens right before a boss door. I fortunately didn't get it on video because it wasn't the level I was recording. So this thing.
Yeah, the mega trap.
This is a giant turret that just sprays an endless volley of arrows.
From this point of the level to the point where you eventually turn that turret off, because, I mean, there's items there, you have to go turn it off eventually. I can't remember how to do it. I did it right the first time, and every time I've replayed the game, I couldn't remember it. So I kind of cheated a little bit, and we'll see how later on.
Yep. For now, we're just skipping back to those two doors I walked past earlier. You need the key from that path to get in here. And of course, our old friends are here. This is a sneaking mission, so...
I remember being slightly disappointed when I found out that breaking those, like, kind of smoking pots or jars or whatever they are didn't actually do anything. I remember really hoping that it did something.
Like what? Like damage you?
I don't know, I've absolutely no idea. I just kind of really wanted them to do something. Maybe make, like, magic in the surrounding area a bit weaker or something.
That would be nice, but it'd be a bit baffling given these are the guards.
Yeah, well, like, maybe those kind of make the atmosphere more conductive to soul arrows.
You say so.
It's hardly the craziest thing in a game about undead people killing demons.
I love how that worked out. That Bloodstain. I hit it by accident and then turned around. And that actually made me jump a bit seeing that. I forgot I'd activated it. As far as I know, the little like Spectre version of other players is always just dressed as that standard knight.
Yeah, I don't like. I think because Dark Souls you see the character models, but I think this one
Yeah.
they just kept it the same.
So these towers, you can hear the machine, the giant turret whirring away. But first, we need to go up these towers. Well, this tower and there's another tower.
It would
across
be
the
quite
way.
easy to get dizzy from this.
It would if you sprint the whole way up. It does get dizzy, and all the way down too.
Yeah, we may have a problem then.
Frame rate fucking up a wee bit because there's just too many things on screen.
Yeah, well, that happens all the bloody time in the Souls games.
Yeah,
Well, that's.
I pondered on this answer for a moment.
I mean, that's just blatantly not true, given that I know what's coming up.
This is actually true, this one. A weapon that is very, very useful.
Which I didn't get, because I didn't remember about it.
This is the Silver Catalyst, which is an improved wand. It has a special effect where, well, I'll look at it in a moment. It increases your maximum MP as long as you're holding it. So you notice my blue bar leaps up and leaps down.
That's quite good, I never knew that.
The Silver Catalyst always does this. It doesn't give you more MP or anything, it just gives your max more.
Yeah.
So if you take it out, like, eat some grass, and there's a nasty guy across the way.
Yeah, doing some funky shit, apparently.
Having a raise.
And he has a key. I wonder what that key could possibly open.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like, this video is over an hour. I had to speed something up.
You could have just cut it out.
No, I wanted to use the music again.
Someone's easier to look at going down the tower with this effect.
You know, it kind of is, yeah.
Right, back down. But yes, if you have the Silver Catalyst out and you eat some spice, and
Yeah, it'll
then you
refill
put it
past
away
the cap,
again,
and you'll
it
lose
won't
that.
give you your old MP back.
Right, so now that Gavin's turned off the turret, we're gonna swap over to me to see how I do that whole section.
See how another pervert does it, apparently.
Yeah, well, you gotta be quick on your feet for this, so...
I let you still have a sword out. I don't even know why.
Yeah, I don't know, I don't like getting rid of the weapon, just in case it somehow has an enemy there.
Oh.
I know, one in the foot, it was bad. But that's it, essentially, you just roll through the arrows, it's a lot faster.
You have just enough invincibility frames with a fast roll to get through it. That does let you just skip the entire level you've seen me do so far.
Yeah. Anyway, back to Gavin now.
I'm gonna go collect the riches. Mostly souls. There's some nice things. This was one of them.
Yeah, I when I was recording a later part, I really wished that I had that ring, but I forgot to go and get it, and I couldn't be bothered after the fact.
Remember, the Clever Rat's ring is the one that boosts your damage output if your health is low, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's like a 30% damage boost if your attack below 30% or something like that.
I can't remember how much the attack power increase is. I think it's more than 30%. I think it's quite a bit.
Maybe 50. But your health has to be under 30% for it to work, which from most things means one hit will kill you.
Yeah.
Most things you'd want the ring for.
It's a very risky strategy.
Yeah. So, up to the next tower. I was waiting for the music to kick in again or something.
No, it didn't occur to me to speed up going up this tower because you haven't got, like, you know. I only like speeding it up when it's a double of footage we already have, essentially.
Like, technically speaking, this is.
You know, like, I know we've already gone up a tower, but we haven't gone up that tower.
Oh yeah. There's a bit difference in this pathway though. This bit here, someone's broken the fence really, really miserably.
Yeah. I wonder is there some random item you can pick up somewhere that tells you what did that?
Yeah, there might be. Just watching this guy go.
What
Look at that
a
champion.
genius.
Because I was extremely curious how the hell you could die up here. Well, there you go.
What an ominous message.
Oh, this guy. Things to talk about, which we'll do in a bit.
I like that you had to read all the messages.
Just curious. I'm always on the lookout for sticky white stuff.
Yeah, dear.
What do you want? I am a humble servant. I do not wish to interfere. I won't cause you trouble. I won't.
You won't.
What a lying
Because I'll
bastard.
make sure of it.
What?
I was checking to see if you had anything else to say.
I won't.
Yeah. Well, do you want to explain why you did that?
If you don't kill him, you can't finish the level. If you fight the boss while he's still alive, he will heal the boss as you're fighting it.
And also,
Oh.
just there, we picked up the key to free this guy, so
You did include it in this
we
video.
travelled back here. Yeah.
As you can see, I have a thing from much later in the game currently active.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty obvious what it is. It says it right there, anti-magic
Yeah.
field that stops people
Anti-magic
casting
field.
magic.
It's a miracle
And
that we get from the.
And it has a really cool effect.
It does. It makes you sparkle lightning. In the anti-magic field, nothing can cast spells. Miracles you can cast, but nothing can cast spells. Like, enemies can't cast spells, like the fat officials can't use the fire, Octoguards can't use their soul arrows, stuns, anything.
Yeah.
Makes them absolutely helpless because they have no physical attacks. Yeah.
Well, that's him rescued.
Him
He'll
rescued.
now show up in the Nexus and sell you spells. He also gives you very, very good spells in exchange for boss souls.
Yes, in exchange for demon souls, he will get. You'll actually see me take one from him later in the game. 'Cause he's extremely useful.
Yeah. There's also someone you can trade demon souls to for miracles, but we haven't seen him yet.
And there's another someone who will sell you really, really powerful spells for a very specific set of demon souls.
Yeah.
There's someone shooting at me, but you can't see them. You can see the arrows though.
Well, I can see them badly missing you.
Yeah. Just curious what happened to this guy. Apparently he just wandered back. There he is down there.
Jumped off and died. Typical.
So, on their head.
That went well.
So, this is a Black Phantom, and this is something I didn't know about this Black Phantom. They have a plague knife. I didn't know that was a thing.
I mean, I can't say I did either.
And I don't have the item for plague weapons, also reduce the amount of health you get back from healing items.
Oh, did they?
And yes,
I
if
didn't,
you
I
notice,
didn't know that.
did you? I think poison does the same, but not as much.
You're
of a
getting
reduction.
fucked up there.
I am. She's very, very fast with her knife. I'm slowly losing health over time. This doesn't heal as much as I want it to. Everything's gone to shit, and it all just falls apart.
That's pretty bad.
So yeah, plague. Fuck plague.
4 deaths. It's not good.
It'll be made up. Oh, we're back.
Yeah, no, I mean, I couldn't make people watch that or anything. Let's just hope you don't cock it up again.
But yeah, I never do she had plague. I guess I just never got hit enough for it.
Yeah, well, you seem to get it in 2 hits there.
I know, I guess I've always had better plague resistance or something when fighting her.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's worth saying as well, the reason why you can't see her until you get close isn't a thing with Black Phantoms. You can see other Black Phantoms further away than that.
Yeah, and that's usually good because they're a big, horrible warning sign. But it's fun. I think it's just because she has a Thief's Ring on, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's because of the ring.
Yeah, Thief's Rings just make you invisible until you're close. They're close enough to see you, or you them, as it the case is.
Well done, that went a lot better this time.
Mm. Hey, I can get my body back if I wanted to. I think I do. I forget.
I don't know. I didn't look, to be honest.
I forget. So, beyond her is... I'll take a guess.
What could be behind these big doors that are about to open on their own?
But yes, I forget if I actually said, the guy up top, if he's still alive at the end of the boss fight, you just can't finish the level. You can just leave the fog door, he'll resurrect the boss, and you have to go back in.
You did. But it bears
I
repeating.
did.
It's a
Bears
pretty
repeating, yes.
big point if you went in, beat the boss, and then you had to do it again.
I thought I just like interrupted myself or something else, I forget. This is a long video, it's hard to keep track.
We're only about half an hour in.
Oh boy. This is one of the, I'd say, more interesting boss introductions.
Yeah. It's one of the quite interesting bosses, I think. I quite like
Magical Girl Goro.
quite like this boss.
Fool's Idol. First things first, yes, you do want to kill these guys. Some of them will try
If
and
you're a
attack
monster.
you. Some of them will try and attack you. You want them out of the way because they will push you in the way of spells.
If you're as good as me, you don't need to get them out of the way.
Also, if they're still alive and walking around, the game sometimes takes a massive screen, like just frame rate shit.
Well, yeah, that is a real worry.
So if you'll notice, the Fool's Idol can't take hits for shite. And Webme is very good admittedly, but this is her gimmick.
Clones. You gotta love the clones.
She makes clones and lays traps.
Yeah. Those traps are the paralysis things, so you'll just get
Yes, they're
stuck.
paralysis.
And I think we see it on this appearance. So I'll talk about it then. Do we? Yeah, so those were very, very small soul arrows. But if you look there,
There it is.
briefly you see a glimpse. The key is the real Fool's Idol will have much bigger soul arrows than our clones.
Yeah, you actually get that spell from her soul. It's called Soul Ray.
Yeah.
But she's really not all that
Yeah,
hard.
well done, that went pretty well.
Another thing is if some of those guys were left alive, they'll actually always turn and face her as they're worshipping her.
Oh really?
The real her. Yeah, they always turn and face the real her.
I didn't know
if they're
that.
still alive. And the only way to tell is that when you're targeting a fake one, it'll have a health bar over its head where the real one doesn't.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, she has basically no defense. She's a spellcaster.
Yeah,
What do you
she's
want?
very easy.
No Archstone.
Yeah. I wonder why. Maybe it could have something to do with the weird path you took to get behind that altar.
Maybe. It's almost like I wanted that knife.
Oh, look at that, getting close to the altar triggered something. It's a good thing you kept away from it when you went to get that knife.
Isn't it? It's almost like that might fuck you over if you don't get that knife in the middle of the boss fight and didn't know that you could walk around the altar. If you're going for, say,
Oh, the
Trophy.
platinum trophy. Yeah, it's very likely, isn't it?
this reminds me of my Friday nights.
Oh, I'm not even gonna begin to read into that.
They come and they take me away. To the funny farm.
So that was nice of them.
Rude bastards. I don't even know why they do that.
Yeah, no, I have no idea. But still, now we're up here.
Still in the Tower of Latria.
I knew you were gonna read that.
Couldn't resist.
I did like that message, I must admit. Mainly because I just read it as Indiana Jones.
Good way to read it. Dull Demon Soul. Here's our Archstone.
So that's 3-1 done. Oh dear. And you've done pretty well, really. I mean, you died
most part.
and you fucked it up once, but it wasn't that bad.
That's pretty good given the Octoguards.
True, the Octoguards are pretty bad. And then oh no, I was
Jump
I was
cut.
expecting a bow there.
I was expecting a fade out, fade in, but no, just smash cut.
But you know, that's kind of funny. 'Cause so was I. I must have missed that one. I'm not fixing it. This is a 70-minute video. I'm not rendering this again.
Oh, you got an interesting choice of shield, I notice.
Steel shield do I have?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's what it's called.
I'll be able to tell when I see it. Yeah, steel shield.
Yeah. What made you pick that?
I just had it, and I've never used it before, so I thought I'll stick this on.
Fair enough.
I'm also using the Dragon Longsword, which will also be in the 2-2 exploration video, which is essentially just a longsword of permanent fire.
Will it? Did you go get it?
Did you not?
Well, no.
Okay, well
for
then
reasons
okay.
we'll see why.
Well then you get the Dragon Longsword in 2-2, which Gavin then didn't show, but essentially it's just a longsword with fire permanently on it.
Well, it makes people explode in the flames. The sword itself doesn't carry any flames because for lazy shits, I guess.
Yeah, but fire damage.
Something lurks behind you.
Yeah, you just see those red eyes flying through the air.
it does fair damage.
Yeah, nowhere near as much damage as I would like because the gargoyles are absolute dicks and stay in the air 90% of the time.
Yeah. The gargoyles behave very weirdly.
Yeah, their AI is messed up.
Like, well, you saw, for example, right there, that one touched the air and pulled himself up.
Still, it's
their
nice
path-
they drop they're very, very likely to drop an unknown soldier's soul. Which, while it
Yeah.
isn't worth much, is still nice.
And their pathfinding is very weird. They'll get stuck on things frequently, take weird paths. They're not very smart. Steel Shield does absorb. Like,
Yeah,
does
if
absorb
you
a lot
want,
of
if you
that,
want to see
though.
a not very smart gargoyle, will you get a load of this?
what is he?
Just gets
I've never seen
gets stuck in the ceiling.
I've never seen them try to fly in here.
Yeah, no, I've never seen it either, but he also then fancies coming along. But it would eventually tank the frame rate, so I wasn't having it.
Havoc. You can hear the faint beating of a heart in this level.
Yeah,
It's
I wonder why. It's almost as there's a massive, giant beating heart that we may
just off screen
we-
that you
that-
won't fucking look
that,
at.
that we may look at once we reach the top of the stairs.
Okay, good.
I say may because I can't quite remember. Come on. There we go.
There we go. A nasty big thing it is too.
Yeah. And essentially
Arms
now,
and shit.
there are two paths. There's a path to the left and a path in front. The path in front is blocked by the big beating heart. So we go
Yeah,
left.
one of its arm tendril things is just in the way.
I did show that in my first recording, but then things crashed and I lost that recording. So.
Ah.
So now we see the other variant of the gargoyles, which is one with a
Crossbow.
crossbow essentially, and it just keeps running away from you constantly.
Yeah, they're far more annoying than the sword ones because
Yeah.
these ones keep backing away. They move a lot faster than you do, so trying to actually hit them with your physical weapon is a bit of a pain in the arse.
You need a lot of spice for this level, really.
Or arrows. One or
Or
the other.
arrows, yeah.
I generally prefer arrows, although I think soul arrows would be the better way. if
So
you're
do
trying
I.
to be lazy.
Only I wanted to show off a certain weapon, and I needed a lot of strength for that, so I've just been pumping all the souls I've gotten so far into strength,
Ah.
so I have piss poor dexterity. So I can't
Fair
use
enough.
both.
You can actually get that sword they're carrying. It's called the Spiral Rapier. It's extremely rare and also not very good. So I
Yeah.
don't know why it is so rare.
I was gonna say, I don't remember it being very good.
No, it's pretty shit.
And there they go flying, yet again. I do not like this area. It's very annoying. It's also very dangerous because I mean I assume it's obvious, but you
Yeah.
know, we're on very high walkways. If you go off the edge, you're dead.
Yeah,
So, like,
you just fall. You're dead.
Roll too far or strafe too far in the middle of a fight, and you're just off the edge and gone.
I do generally the Dragon Longsword is my weapon of choice.
Yeah, most times I've played the game, I've used it the whole way through.
Yeah, it's
But I've usually
very good weapon.
I've usually upgraded it a bit by this point.
It's normally you can get it like +3 pretty easily, and that will carry you basically the entire game.
Yeah. I didn't bother though. At the minute, this is still just normal Dragon Longsword.
Fair enough. Might be why it's not doing
Yeah,
quite
no,
enough damage.
that's why the damage is a little poor. If you think the damage is poor now, wait till you get to wait till I get to the boss.
Oh dear.
It's a bad showing. I'll say that right now.
To be honest, with this boss. See, that really isn't doing a lot of damage to him.
No, the camera angle here is also just really bad.
Yeah.
Trying to fight on a small spiral staircase.
Never fight on stairs. I mean, you can't help it, but never fight on stairs.
Oh yeah. giant hole. Let's not do a Gavin and run into it.
Ah.
I gotta get my jabs in now while I can, because I know what's coming up. I always wish these lifts were faster. They just kind of seem a bit needlessly slow.
Yeah, there's a longer one later on, and it's just
Yeah. Which I kind of mess up. I'll say no.
you mess up the lift.
Yeah, I don't get off it in time.
Oh,
So I end up having to go down and up again.
you didn't edit that out, did you?
I can't remember.
Oh,
To
God.
be frank, I don't think I did. Because I assumed you'd want to spend the time laughing at me. And there goes my item drop from that. Just down into
Don't
the
you
abyss.
just love it? I think where it is now, you could technically go find out later.
I could, but I mean, I'm not going to. It always reminds
Only
me
up.
there's enemies in World 5 we'll get to that drop a certain type of rock, and I really needed one of those rocks when I was trying to get one of the trophies for it.
Yes.
But, like, whatever way World 5 is designed and those enemies are made, they're really common for them to just fall through the world as soon as they die. And you'll just see the body begin to glow with the drop of an item, and then it'll vanish. You're just like, I know
Oh,
that was the rock I needed.
Always stick close to them, always grab it the second they fall.
But yeah, so that was one chain broken, and the heart has kind of sagged. So it looks
Can't
like we're
really
making
hold his
some
grip.
progress.
It forgot arm day.
It's got to work on its lats. And so this is going to be a site kind of familiar to people who've played the other Souls games. Wanted to be careful I don't fall off there with my controller problems.
Oh, you didn't go talk to the man?
No, I'm going to leave him.
Okay.
We,
He's your friend.
we can show him if you want.
You're gonna have to, because I already killed him.
Oh, well, I finished the game and I'm not playing another run through just for him.
Ah, fuck it. There's a special man in the cages over there. I recommend you go free him.
Yeah.
He-
He gives
he's
you
your
he
friend.
gives you a lot of help.
He fights for justice.
He's like this game's version of a Sunbro. He's Solaire of
Exactly.
Demon Souls. And so now we're walking around in like kneecap deep blood.
Yeah, classy.
I also couldn't lock onto that thing through the door for some reason.
This is a giant centipede thing for the face of a man.
Yeah, I can't remember what their name is.
I actually do. They're called celebrity bugs.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. They're called
Celebrity
celebrity bugs.
God damn it, From.
I thought it was fantastic.
That is
name.
just the weirdest name. Like, oh, I don't
And
even
there's
know.
the big one. They're not very threatening
no.
either way.
When you do enough damage to the big ones, they lose their tail and come after you as just a head.
Well, tail, it's really basically their entire body.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I have a better
They're-
trouble hitting these things with my heavy
The
attack.
small ones are very finicky to hit, yeah. A lot easier when you have some, like, a claymore or a hammer or something that has a vertical hit.
Yeah, anything that strikes down to the ground. I do like though that when you block their tail swipe, they fall over. Or well, fall over.
Flip over.
Flip over. That's a better term. I was trying to put emphasis on over, that I then didn't do.
Big ones don't, because they're a lot sturdier.
The big ones are pretty easy though, because since you can still damage them while they're losing their body,
Yeah,
and it's quite a long animation.
yeah, you can just kill them before they get going. I don't know why you tried stabbing them. There you go. I don't know
Yeah,
why you waited
see,
for that.
Because I wanted to try and knock him off.
Yeah,
Because,
you've done that
because
earlier.
I decided that was that. That he couldn't, he
Oh.
was stuck down there.
You were gonna see him again,
We
aren't
are going to see him again, you know? We're going to be seeing him very soon.
Hmm. Yeah, he threw up on you.
Yeah, it was a lovely attack that. Just slobbered all over my shield.
Oh, hi.
Yeah, he caught it pretty quick.
Yeah, look how dark this is. How do you see fucking anything in this
Yeah,
level?
World 2 is all pretty much one of the darkest ones there is, I think. Bar 5 2.
Yeah. Which is just, you could literally just call that dark.
Yeah, 5 2 is just a void, essentially.
Having trouble with them, are you?
I am, a bit, yeah.
Oh, when they lose their tail, they get flipped over when they get blocked. That's curious.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Just munching grass.
Fucking weed smoker.
But yeah, I've been having, as the LP went on, I was having more and more problems with my controller. Kind of like analog sticking and everything. It made things very tense.
Getting your excuses in now, are you?
Oh, that was an excuse for there. There's no excuse for what's coming.
Oh boy, I'm wringing my hands.
It's a fair death. I think you'll agree that it's a fair death.
Alright.
Or deaths, I should say. Because in the interest of being fair and honest, in our bet of who has to play Blighttown when we do an LP for Dark Souls, I died 3 times,
Alright,
but only one is shown because I didn't want to bore people.
that's fair.
But they pretty much all happened in the same way.
Let's see if I can try and predict it when it happens.
Oh, it'll be very easy because I've sped up the fight until just before the moment where I die.
I'll try and guess it in
But
the moments before
because
it happens.
the video was just so long. If I hadn't have done that, we'd have been talking nearly 70 minutes. Or, sorry,
Yes.
nearly 80 minutes. We're already nearly 70 minutes.
So this is a Black Phantom Octoguard, which is the dickest possible move.
Yeah. It's hell, basically. And it's not even the
Ye-
worst one.
You need to surprise these things or they'll just tear you apart.
There's another Black Phantom Octoguard we'll find later on who's in a far worse position.
Yeah, Black Phantoms don't have to just be NPCs, they can be Black Phantom versions of enemies. Normally those only ever appear in pure Black World Tendency,
Yeah.
but there's two of them. There's more than 2 in all of World 3, but there's 2 of them in this level. I think 2 in the next.
Yeah. Don't know, maybe they thought there wasn't enough variety.
Mm.
The nice thing about Black Phantoms, because I don't think they said, Black Phantoms are guaranteed drops for their most common item. So, like, any Octoguard has a pretty good chance of dropping Fresh Spice, which is an MP recovery item. Black Phantom Octoguards will always drop Fresh Spice, every single time.
And that one dropped Old Spice, which is a much
Yeah.
superior. to
They
Fresh
also
Spice.
they have a higher chance of dropping than the higher tier item than a normal one as well.
I don't know why you waited for him.
To be honest, no, I can't remember. It's been a while since I
Don't fight
recorded this.
as murderously as me.
I really don't. Not yet, anyway.
Old Spice recovers like 100 MP to
Yeah.
Fresh Spice is 50.
Which I don't think my bar is even 100 MP big. So
Mine's just barely is for.
there was a crystal lizard here, but you know I just let him run away. Not that fussed.
Actually, he falls on the edge here, and he'll land and die. You can run down and pick his shit up.
What? Really?
Yeah, his course. He runs down there and he falls. He doesn't disappear. He
Huh.
falls off the edge, hits the ground, dies, and you can run down and pick his stuff up. Just every time without fail.
Fair enough. I did not know that. This guy's an asshole.
Oh yeah.
Luckily, I didn't actually know this, but luckily once you hit him, he flies away.
Well, he lingers in the area though.
Yeah. Oh no, he just flies further ahead, and then you can kill him with a sword.
You can sort of see it here. Well, you targeted them, but gargoyles who will get up and attack you just sit there with their eyes wide open.
Yeah. Essentially,
just
they look
gleaming
like
red.
some of them are statues, some of them are real, and there's no real difference. The only difference is that the real ones, their eyes glow red, and they'll move.
And you can target them.
And you can target them, yeah.
I think it was this tower we're approaching where I had a gargoyle just fly into a wall for about 5 minutes.
Well,
I do mean 5
I've
minutes,
had
like,
that
you
one
just-
try to fly into the ceiling, but I think that's the worst I've ever seen them break.
You just-
I think that's the worst I've ever seen them break.
Yeah, I think it's 5 minutes. Like, you just, you just fly into a wall for about 5 minutes. I do mean 5 minutes. Like, you just, you just fly into a wall for about 5 minutes.
But I think that's the worst I've ever seen them break.
I've seen them, like, the staircases in particular always seem to fuck with them. They always seem to get stuck in there and just keep flying in the walls.
Yeah, they do seem to struggle with them. I really hate that bit as well. Just as soon as you beat one, you get another one.
Mm. He's just not letting you go.
No, he's really determined. Got knocked
Oh, no.
this though.
You could have hit him in that time.
I could, but you know, I'm playing it very safe. I don't want to fall off.
Nope, we could have done it pretty
The
easily.
camera is well known to have problems when you're locked onto something that takes flight.
That's true.
So this is the lift where I mess up a little bit.
Oh, but no fucked it counter for us, is there?
No, this isn't bad enough to warrant a fucked it counter.
Sure.
I think it's because I try and walk off. At least this one goes a lot faster, even though it may be longer. I try and walk off
so
it
much longer.
because the gargoyle is there. But it just instantly starts going down. That was only 6 seconds of laughter. I'm very disappointed in you. And all the way back up again. I mean, you know,
This lift is like my spite for you.
it probably looks quite strange to any enemies watching why I've just stood there.
I mean, he's just stood there for a few seconds
Yeah,
for no reason.
and then he just goes back down as well, so don't have to worry about him. This looks familiar.
It makes me wonder, do these guys just do this all the time? Are they stuck here? Or is it like teams? Do they
Yeah.
rotate in and out?
Don't know. I'd say I imagine they're probably stuck there. Don't know.
Hmm.
It doesn't really look to be some kind of optional employment.
No, but you think you want to keep this a lot more secure.
Sure.
Goodbye.
It's even got to break a couple of pillars. What a homeworker.
Ew.
Yeah. More of these things. That's just what this level needed.
To be honest, I do find their weird vomiting noise hilarious.
Yeah.
So I guess this was just a big incubator for celebrity bugs?
It seems to be, yeah.
You kind of wonder the point, because celebrity bugs are pretty shit.
Who knows, really? But you can actually go down to where the big beating heart thing fell.
You
There's a
can,
couple of
yes.
items and a couple of celebrity bugs and stuff around, but we're not gonna bother.
Nothing of worth, really.
No, and I mean, there's nothing else. You literally just go down.
You
You
find-
go down there for that, and that's it.
You can find some gear that's actually can only be worn by women characters, I think.
Yeah, I think so. There's a thing in this. There's one set of armor in the whole game that increases soul gains, and you can only equip it on a female character.
Hmm. Games just sexist that thinks women can need
Yeah,
more help.
They need a crutch.
I know, it's ridiculous. Yeah, celebrity bugs are now are dotted around the upper left parts of the level. Mainly just around this central tower thing.
Yeah. If you're wondering what the hell that was my controller going hello.
Oh, okay. That would have been a panic moment right there.
Yeah, I kind of had a mini heart attack when I started walking towards the edge.
I remember, I'm pretty sure it was intentional, but in like Nintendo games on the GameCube, if your analog stick wasn't calibrated properly or wasn't connected properly or something, your character would just immediately like sprint to the nearest edge and throw themselves off to die.
Oh, that's amazing. I love
Pretty
it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that that was the case in Super Mario Sunshine. He would always just hone in on the nearest edge and just fling himself off.
I think everything needs that. So that's the part where we went left earlier and went through that whole path. But now the big ugly heart isn't there, we can go forward.
Yay!
And find an even thinner spiral staircase. And then I can sneeze.
Oh, bless you.
So this staircase is home to one of the most annoying enemies of World 3.
There he is.
Another Black Phantom Octoguard on a very narrow staircase.
Staircase, and there's no railing on one side.
This guy is just pain. I actually, if I remember correctly, I get past him here with... Well, I get past him here. There's been many a times where this guy has stopped my progress.
He also has a greater detection range because he is a Black Phantom.
Yeah. How far, the distance you have to stay away from him is just stupid.
I thought he lost interest.
Halfway through a spell as well, it's kind of impressive.
Black Phantoms have considerably more HP, a bit more defense, and far more attack. Oh dear. Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, the pain begins.
I get spiked.
That's really annoying, the fact that they try to go for the double gank.
Yeah, if he'd got it, I would have been very, very mad.
Interestingly, Black Phantoms don't actually leave bodies, they always fade away into like dust.
Yeah.
Before they fade away properly, their body will just roll about like it has physics.
Oh, I haven't noticed that. I mean, I suppose I haven't really looked, but...
I was just like right there, for an example, he like tumbled off the stairs like his body was rolling about.
Fair enough.
It fades away midair and all that. It's quite nice.
Took a little pause here. I thought I'd collect myself, get ready for what was to come.
Entirely fair.
Contemplate that I should probably be bringing a better weapon than this into this fight.
I mean,
A point that we'll see in about 5 minutes is a very, very good point.
you always need to be prepared for clubbing, okay? When you go into town at night, you need to be really prepared. You need to have your grass and your peace.
Christ. Oh, dear. Well, I mean, if we're gonna keep up these metaphors, I suppose it's time to do double tango? I don't know. It's time to get fucked, is essentially what it's time to do.
Oh,
Man-Eater.
hello.
Yeah, so this is sped up. I'm not going to make people... The Man-Eaters are a very annoying fight. They stay in the air an awful lot, and you can't hit them, really, when they are.
Give away their most precious gimmick, the one that catches everyone out.
Yeah, I'm doing absolutely terrible damage.
Yeah, they actually have a bit of resilience to fire, as I recall.
It takes a long time to get to the point where I die here, but I couldn't do Gavin a disservice and just take my deaths out. That wouldn't really be fair. So it's still here. And then just to mention there, it's in slow motion, or it's in fast motion, so you may have missed it, and it'll happen again in the next fight. I cut its tail off. It's snake head tail.
That's good, because you cut the tail off, it can't cast spells anymore.
Yeah, and especially one particular spell, which you'll see me interrupt every time I can, is whenever
here's the...
Yeah, the second Man-Eater.
There's two Man-Eaters, and they're both really big, they're both really fast and aggressive.
The trigger for the second one is either a certain amount of damage on the first, or so much time into the fight.
Yeah, it's like 5 minutes into the fight, and I think it's like 70% of the first one's health.
Yeah, something about that. But yeah, one of the spells that both of them can do, until you cut their tail off, is they will kind of glow yellow for a little bit and then shout, and they'll get a buff to all their stats.
Yeah,
and
what's happening
that's
is
terror.
their snake tail bites them and like injects shit into them.
It's absolute terror, and you never
Yeah,
want to let it happen.
It makes them really fucking hard, and their snake tail can also cast like an array of like 3 homing soul arrows, and it can do the big audio burst attack.
Right, we're back to normal speed.
I mean, yes, you get smacked off the edge.
Yep. Knocked off.
That's...
And I died 2 other times that way as well.
This is the problem with the Man-Eater, is like they can smack you off the arena as well with their dash attack.
Yeah.
They're massive
So
pain
I
in general.
thought I could do with a bit of more firepower. I could do with a bigger weapon, a larger sword. So I've brought the Dragon Bone Smasher.
He brought the Berserk reference.
So it's time to see how it does.
A Dragon Bone Smasher takes 30 strength just to carry it in one hand.
Yeah, I'm also having to
It's-
wear one of the strength rings just to be able to move.
It's massive, it's heavy, and it's already out damaging your thing ridiculously. Holy shit.
Yep, the damage of the Dragon Bone Smasher is lovely.
That's mad. I never actually used it serious. 419?
Yeah, that's the two-handed heavy attack.
Holy shit.
It's delightful. There's no other word for it.
It really isn't. That's mad.
This
Not
this
picking up your soul
basically
either.
no, there's nothing in that bloodstone.
Oh, okay.
This basically becomes my weapon for the rest of my parts of the run.
Mm.
After this fight, I couldn't bear to part with it.
I feel like there's something telling in the fact that we're both using great swords.
Yeah, it's kind of showing that they're kind of a little bit OP, maybe. Not as
I don't
OP
know
as
about
magic,
OP.
but
They're pretty good. I don't know about OP. I just noticed how low your health is.
yeah, it got very low there. I got a little bit wrecked.
Oh, very close in two different ways.
Yeah, it's tense, isn't it? I realized at that point I should probably bring it to the wider platform with a circle in the middle.
To be honest, I like fighting them on. I usually like keeping them on the main pathway because it feels like on this it's a lot harder to like dodge around them.
It is, but I think it's also a lot easier to fall off. So,
I suppose.
and since I'd already fallen off 3 times, I wasn't up for it anymore.
Oh, here we go.
The second man-eater actually kind of keeps his distance for a little while.
That's extremely nice of them.
Yeah, it's not extremely nice when he keeps his distance when he's the only one left.
No, that's
Then,
quite.
then
a
it's
thing,
really
like.
annoying.
I think you could take him out in 1-2 hand at that point, couldn't you?
I probably could have, but
Although he's deciding to just, like lay on the hit, I notice.
yeah. But that's one down anyway.
One down. I should at this point mention there's a glitch with the Man-Eater's fog door. You can actually stand on the right of it and shoot arrows through to hit that first guy.
Yeah, you can have the first man-eater dead before you even enter the fog door.
Yes. You need a lot of arrows though.
And it takes a while.
It takes a while. But it gets one out of the way very easily, and the second one doesn't like get any sort of like boost or even stronger or anything. Like killing one, the other one it doesn't
Yeah,
power up.
they're
or
just the same.
Hulk out. It's the same.
So yeah, there he flew
You can
in,
actually-
flew away, flew in, flew away.
You can actually get him stuck in a loop where you can keep him, like when he flies up and tries to fly back down to the platform, you can shoot him with an arrow, he'll stop, go back to where he was, and try flying down again. You can just keep shooting him with an arrow and keep him in that
I
loop.
didn't know that. Although to be honest, he got himself in that loop there.
Yeah, I don't mean like he'll land, I mean
Did you like that
you
one?
can keep him entirely in the air.
583.
I saw that. You're right, this thing is ridiculous.
Yep.
I didn't think it was that good.
Neither did I. This is the first time I've seriously used it.
I never really seriously used it because like 30 strength, like Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I
but
know. It's a very high thing.
really earns its keep.
There's
There's one of its spells,
yeah.
yeah, but fortunately,
The fire
impact
blocks
is
it,
taken by the
obviously.
fire. Even though it looks like it should have cut straight through.
That annoys me. I should have hit him there.
Oh, he's just being a spammer now.
Yeah. He's very annoying in this fight. He just doesn't want to play ball.
Yeah, I noticed your ones are a lot less fisty than mine were. My ones just kept getting in my face.
Mine's just never let me hit them ever.
He's just actively running away.
Yeah, pretty much.
I guess it's a Dragon Bone Smasher. He's had his bone smash and he doesn't want it anymore.
He's seen what it's capable of and he's fearful.
He's playing it smart, really.
Not that it'll help him.
Nah. That was a good shot on his part, I must admit.
It was, yeah. I have to admit, he did get me there pretty good. I love little moments like that, where because like once you've entered an animation, you kind of locked into it. Where the man-eater will just leap past the fire right beside you, and your guy will just still calmly stand there eating his grass.
You need to do
It's
it
just like,
extremely
I'm
delicately.
not even bothered. Nothing about your presence there worries me.
You're a gourmet. You can't just shove this shit in.
Exactly. You gotta savor
you
the
try
hitting.
you try shoving a can of spinach through like a face grill of a helmet.
Oh god. You reminded me of the image I've seen someone do of like a knight drinking a thing of Estus from Dark Souls and just like pouring it all over his helmet.
Sunny day.
Oh god. I thought I'd heal up back to near full. I didn't want to take any risks at this point.
Yeah, no, don't get greedy. Especially because he's giving you plenty of time. I don't know why you keep targeting the tail.
I don't like the tail. I don't trust
know,
leaving it on, even when it like. I know it's not wise, but you don't think calmly in these moments.
I do, because I'm pro as shit.
Is that why you've got 4 deaths?
I said I was pro as shit, I didn't say I was any good. There's a
I
difference.
mean, this is a bit of a thin line, I suppose.
We only necked them there.
Yeah, it really is taking the piss.
There you go.
Yeah, that was the man-eaters. The man-eaters are not fun. They're very, very difficult.
That's World 3-2.
Yeah.
3-3 is right there, it just starts immediately.
Yeah, we'll be doing 3-3 in the next video. And we'll see you then, but thanks for watching
See.
this one.
If you even did.
True. Okay, well, that's us anyway.
Alright.
Bye.
Any shenanigans at the end? No?
No, not this time.
This entire 1 hour 10 seconds of
Is
video
there?
left.
No, there's not.
Yeah, there is.
Oh, so there is. Sorry. I was looking at the wrong...
Don't do it.
I was looking at the wrong timer. Whoops. Anyway,
You just piss about it.
yeah, I just stand
Loser.
there.
See you.
See ya.